Sacktown, how's it going? Happy Monday to everybody. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I sure did. I want to talk about, first of all, I want to ask, how are we feeling? We just had the draft a couple days ago. Keegan Murray is a Sacramento King. Keegan and his family and his girlfriend fly to Sacramento to do his press conference this past Saturday. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Mike Brown seeing that footage with Monty McNair, and they're both on the same page. And drafting Keegan Murray, uh, we have a week ahead. Monty McNair is going to be, he claims that it's going to be a busy week ahead. And let's talk about it because knowing that we drafted Keegan Murray and we traded for Sasha Volkington from international overseas, the Sacramento Kings still have their work cut out for them. And I want to talk about a couple of names that potentially that the Kings could sign this upcoming week in free agency. Um, a couple of names. They played for Coach Mike Brown, the Golden State Warriors. Mike Brown was assistant coach of the Golden State Warriors, and I think they can fit in well with the Sacramento Kings. Two of them that stick out to me are Otto Porter Jr. from the Golden State Warriors and Kevon Looney. Not flashy, sexy names, but they're both championship caliber players, and they know what it takes to win a championship. And I think that anytime you're the Sacramento Kings, you should be getting those type of players to your organization to steer you in the right direction and possibly become a playoff caliber team. Kevon Looney, what I see of him is a big center that plays defense that can rebound the ball. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the Kings do sign Kevon Looney just because that connection with Coach Brown. But we do have a guy named Damology, Damian Jones, who I think that can fit in really well or play similar to Kevon Looney under Coach Mike Brown. And Otto Porter Jr. could be a good, decent pickup because he is a wing, and the Sacramento Kings are really lenient on the wing side. Other than Harrison Barnes, they go usually with a small ball lineup, and I think that Otto Porter can fit in really well with the Sacramento Kings and bring that championship pedigree over from the Golden State Warriors. Just two names that I think about that realistically the Kings have a chance at signing. Look at Gary Payton Jr. I don't know because he's a guard and the Kings have a lot of guards, but that could possibly be something that the Kings may look into because he rebounds well for a guard and he plays defense. And Davion Mitchell cannot be the only one playing defense on the Sacramento Kings. It has to be a collective team that's going to be willing to play defense if the Kings want to take a big jump and be better defensively this upcoming season. And I just want to let you guys know, just because we drafted Keegan Murray, our offseason is not done with. I will be shocked if the Kings don't sign any free agents or if they don't make any trades, and this whole offseason was just drafting of Keegan Murray. Highly doubt that because I really do feel like Monty McNair is going to be aggressive and signing free agents and possibly making trades. Another thing I want to talk about is Dante DiVincenzo's impending free agency. How is that going to work out? How is that going to factor in what the Kings are trying to do? My gut tells me is that the Kings really like him and they want to have him. They want to have him come back to Sacramento. We'll find out more details this upcoming week. This is the fact that if DiVincenzo and his camp are willing to come back and make an effort and re-sign with the Sacramento Kings. He is a restricted free agent, so there could be a team out there that's willing to roll the dice or even sign him. That'll give us the impending decision on if we want to match the offer or not. If we match it, great. If we don't match it, then possibly work out a sign and trade with them. So looking forward to it. I'm just a couple things that blew me away with Monty McNair's introductory press conference, or should I say, with Keegan Murray on Saturday. But even Thursday night after the draft was over, he seemed firm, just like his actions and the way he looked. He really pretty much made it clear that Keegan Murray was the guy. It's always been Keegan Murray. And the fact that he was pretty much animated about it really gives me believing that Keegan Murray was the best player available on the board for Monty McNair and staff. And Keegan looking like he's a winner. And it's funny because every time Keegan has been doubted, he's always found a way to succeed. And what I'm talking about is the fact that he was doubted coming out of high school. He was doubted going into Iowa. We saw the big leap from freshman to sophomore year. Somebody might think like, oh, how the heck did he take such a big leap, and how that was that possible? He only played 18 minutes a game his freshman year, and in his second year, sophomore year at Iowa, he played like 30 plus minutes, and that's the leap right there. So the more minutes you have, the more productivity you're going to get on the court from Keegan Murray, and he showcased that. Um, do I see him being a starter day one? Absolutely. I absolutely think that he is going to be a starter day one. Unless if the Kings make a crazy trade that someone's going to be ahead of him in the starting lineup, then other than that, I think that he will be a starter because you drafted him fourth overall in the top four, and I feel like anytime you would take or draft somebody in the top four, they would possibly have to be in the starting lineup. But I could be wrong because we did take Marvin Bagley second overall, and his rookie season he came off the bench. Dave Yeager had him come off the bench, and he played pretty well coming off the bench. So it's all up to the coaching staff, man. I really do think that Keegan's going to be a good fit and a good player. I can't wait to see, Fox and him in the pick and pop. And I also can't wait to see Sabonis drawing attention in the paint and dishing it out to him, to spotting up and shooting the ball, shooting the three. I think it's going to be a great addition to what the Sacramento Kings are trying to do. And as far as free agency goes, like I said, Kevon Looney, wouldn't be surprised if he's a King, but I'm rooting for Damian Jones to kind of be in that similar role and give him the green light to be a part of the big rotation moving forward, my Coach Brown's rotation. I also wouldn't be surprised if the Kings bring Otto Porter along. Otto Porter fills a need, and that is the small forward position where you don't know what's going to happen with Harrison Barnes because his name is in the rumor mill, and it has been in the rumor mill a lot this offseason so far. And if there's a good chance where if he's moved, you might have to fill in that position and might have to fill in his spot. And Otto Porter could be that guy. So, and there's a couple other trades that potentially could go down. I'm not ruling out the John Collins trade. I think he would be a great addition. Some have questioned like, oh, well, we have Keegan Murray now. Does it make any sense to make a trade for John Collins? I think you guys should forget to forget the fact that if you trade for John Collins, he's your starting forward, and you can slide Keegan Murray over to the 3. That's a pretty big, long, lengthy front line with Sabonis, Collins, and Keegan Murray. So it has me excited. Monte McNair is serious. He said it's a busy week ahead. I'm looking forward to seeing what Monte McNair's staff do this upcoming week. Free agency is starting. You can make trades and so on. Anything that breaks news or anything that happens, you guys stay tuned here because I will cover it and I will bring it to you guys. That's going to do it for me for today's video. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. Keep pushing forward. I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. God bless. And have a great day. Peace.